You got to be kidding me, folks. Season 2, episode. Who really cares at this point? Because Rogers is wearing glasses. That's all I can say, Rocky. Rogers. What you got?
That's the reason I'm wearing the glasses, because in class today, Coach Frazier made a Rocky comment. I got a little thing going on with my eye. I don't really want to, it's not boxing. I don't want to break out there. I don't want you to have to look at it because I don't even like looking at it. So this is why I'm covering myself up with the glasses. Also, besides that, I'm also doing the glasses because I have this little virtual, whatever you want to call it, on my computer. Frazier can't do it, so he's angry. It makes him angry when I can have fun and do different things with my thing. I may actually change in the middle of this thing just to make Frazier even more mad, just because I can and Frazier can't. Okay. And he's sad. Anyway, today's topic, and we started talking about this a little bit before he started hitting attack shots to back to the service area. There's my badminton part of it. Today was what really gets you hyped up for sporting events? What do you do? What do people do? What do you feel like are important to get you ready to participate in a sporting event? Coach Frazier, I'm going to let you start with this one.
Well, the first thing is we think about sports now, the crowd, the atmosphere. We're seeing the sports without the crowd. So let's take the crowd out of play. Let's take the athletes in the locker room. Are they sitting there going over their playbooks or their stuff, or are they listening to music? What's in their headphones? What are they listening to? That's where I'm at with that. Do you think they're listening to music? Most of the time you're seeing them in warm-ups. You're seeing Cam Newton and the folks that got their headphones on, LeBron James, all the NBA players and their shoot-arounds got on their headphones. Do you think they're sitting there with the music on before they go out?
Is that a question? Are you asking me a question, or what are you asking me if they're just sitting there with headphones and earbuds in, not listening to anything? Are you asking?
I think they are sitting there listening to music and getting either calmed down or hyped up. Either they're trying to remain calm out of excitement, or either they're trying to get excited. Some people can say what they want, but there have been ball games and there have been games in my life that I've played where just not excited. And you have to do something to try to get yourself excited like that. Music is one of the ways to do it.
I don't know how music gets you excited, number one. Number two, I'm going back old school. Okay. Old school, back in the day when I used to play sports, you couldn't wear earbuds that weren't attached to anything. When you wore earphones or headphones, as we called them, you had this big old cord that was coming down to a big old box that you listened to. Yeah. That you listened to, and you got more entangled with it than you did listening to music. You spent more time trying to jiggle the cord right and get things right, and they didn't have all this stuff that they had. So we used to have to get ready for games and get ready, to perform or calm ourselves down just by the thoughts in our head. Concentrating on the different things, concentrating on the plays that you were going to run, concentrating on, what you had to do in order to win or get stuff, going in your direction. Nowadays, you can't talk to anybody because they all got headphones on 100% of the time. And that doesn't bother me so much.
I totally agree. They do have the headphones all the time. But it also goes back to this. If I've heard this debate 100 times with me, especially in my sport. If you played basketball now, would you be wearing the tights? Yes, I'd be wearing those things. The access to some of the technology that the kids have today, if we had wireless headphones, like I run in wireless headphones, yes, I'd have worked out all the time.
Wait a minute. Go back to what you said. Just rewind. Boo, go back to exactly what you said 36 seconds ago. If you played basketball back in the day,
and
you would wear the tights that they wear now.
The long tights that they have access to, yes.
You honestly believe that wearing tights, in baseball wearing arm sleeves, you believe that those things help your performance? Come on.
I wouldn't say performance. I'd say make me more comfortable.
Makes it more comfortable? How does it make it more comfortable?
Dude,
how does it make it more comfortable?
Have you seen basketball uniforms that we played in the 90s? I'm just saying.
We're not talking.
You don't think technology – the uniform topic is different. I mean, we can get into that later. But
You brought up uniform, not me. You
Oh
did.
no, I brought up having modern technologies like those
Like,
compared. Yes, like headphones. You don't think uniforms and you don't think the additional equipment today is nicer than what you played with?
not as far as the bling that you're wearing. Come on, Frazier. Seriously?
I couldn't even listen to that. Uniforms, under gear, headphones,
Under
bat,
gear.
shoes. Yeah. You
No.
don't the
Sorry.
I would definitely be playing in the pads that you can wear under your basketball uniform now if I could.
That's
If I
because you're
could have had
soft.
it.
Because you're soft.
Oh yeah, very soft. But that's what I'm saying. You would not have wanted wireless headphones
No, I don't. And you know what?
if you were an athlete now in this time.
The headphones don't bother me at all. Okay, the headphones don't bother me, but the warm-up music for sporting events, like I'll use your gym for as an example. Okay, when you warm up for basketball and your team comes out and you got to have that special soundtrack that you have to play for 12 minutes and 4 seconds or however long that is.
At least you know.
I do know because I've been doing it for a long time now. But everybody in that place doesn't want to hear that music for 12 minutes and 4 seconds. And not including not just the people in the stands, but there are some people on the court that are warming up that don't particularly care to hear the music that you think that you want to hear to warm up or get ready for a game. So headphones I'm okay with. But when we got to play something because you have to play something, it doesn't necessarily get everyone ready for in the same way. If I want to listen to classical music to calm me down before a game because I get crazy hype for a game, and you don't get hype for a game because it's just playing someone you really don't care about, and you got to listen to Lil Baby or whatever you listen to.
Oh, another debate.
Oh yeah, it actually works against me. Put your headphones on and listen to your Lil Wayne, Little Baby, Little whoever you listen to, and I'll listen to the classicals. I'll listen to Barry Manilow. I don't know, but something to calm me down. So your argument is that everyone should listen to music, but we all shouldn't listen to the same music.
Well, first of all, I didn't bring up the music before the stuff, the music that's playing over the thing. So I will argue with you about this. Name a movie that you've been to that doesn't have music of any kind in it. Go. Waiting.
The one with Tom Hanks when he was on the island.
Castaway has music in it. Good try.
Castaway doesn't have music.
You want to bet? I bet there's a soundtrack to it.
So
at the end of Castaway, he is riding to return to sender. Address unknown.
Yeah, that's enough of the singing.
No such number. No such zone. That's the last thing you see in Castaway is him driving in that Jeep. But there's also music at the beginning of it. Just like today, there was music at the beginning and the end of our class. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you go to any sporting event now, there's going to be music played. Baseball has walk-up music. Specific teams have music when their defense enters the field in the NFL, when their offense enters the field, or when Russell Wilson runs out, there's a sound that plays every time. There are things like that in all the sports. Are they doing it for entertainment? Are they doing it for motivation? Are they letting the defense pick the music that they're playing? Because of this, like you said, the music I was selecting, my guys pick some of their music that they're going to play. They pick the music that they want. Sometimes I know it, sometimes I don't, I'll be honest. But if I had to pick, I probably would just go with Motown soundtrack because it's easier to make everyone get along. I'd play Stevie Wonder or something like that. And they know that. I would play Stevie Wonder and Sam Cooke really fast. And the boys know that. They know if it's up to me, they're coming out with either one or three things. Motown of some kind, Lil Wayne, or better yet, Jay-Z. They know it's just something simple, something that you would hear at a ball game. Sweet Caroline would be on my playlist possibly.
And it should be because you live in Carolina. I completely get that. But again, I don't know. I'm old school. I feel like if you take movies are a bad example, because movies that plays to the theme of the movie, that does the different parts of the movie. It tells you it foreshadows things coming. It does things like that. I feel like if you played without music, okay, same thing can be said about crowds. The NBA games that are playing right now, you've said it yourself. The NBA games now, without even crowds there, probably are better basketball games than they are with crowds there, right? It's more pure basketball. There's no home court advantage. There's none of that. So I feel like if you took music out of sports, you'd still have great.
They're still warming up with the music on though. Some of them have on headphones, but they're still playing the music during the warm-ups. They still make the musical sounds at the end of the thing, into place. They still doing all those things. Me personally, in today's society, if I was going to go play and they allowed it in the rules, yeah, I would probably have on wireless headphones while I was warming up.
Would you wear them when you were playing them?
Would I wear them when I was playing?
If you
No.
could.
If I could, yeah. Am I playing for fun, or am I playing like in a gaming uniform?
Playing a game.
Like high school player, college player? No, I can't play in headphones because I talk too much. If I'm practicing by myself, or I'm in the yard and I'm working out, or I'm gonna have on my headphones. It's just like going for a run for me. When I'm running today, I'm gonna have my headphones on and I'm gonna be listening. And to tell you the truth, the last 5 minutes of my workout music or my running music is usually to keep me going. The last 5 minutes is something that I can sing along to, or something that'll keep me going.
Well, I'm glad I don't run with you.
And I theme it.
I'm glad I don't run with you then, because again, we hear enough singing during the day in class. I guess what I've taken from this entire conversation is, again, I'm not a big music guy. Never was growing up. I know music. Ask anyone in my family. I am the world's worst person that knows the lyrics to songs. I screw up every song, every word of every song. I make up my own words, because I've never was that guy that was into music. You know a ton more music than I do because you listen to music. So I guess it just depends on how you grew up, how you were raised, how the music you listen to, whether it was a big part of your life or not part of your life at all. Music was not a real big part of my life. I feel like the people that listen to music, it was a big part of their life. They can listen to a song and remember different things that happened in their life. It can motivate them. It can calm them down. Music was just never that thing for me. So I guess, the argument can be, I guess we can agree to agree or agree to disagree. That again, if music motivates you or calms you down, it has to do with your background and how you were raised, opposed to what it does to you now.
Well, it kind of goes back to this too. Are you a pregame speech person, or are you, let's go, and just move on with no pregame speech? Do you like the coach's pregame speech? Not being the coach, but being the player. Do you want to hear the coach give the pregame speech, or do you just want to get up and go play?
Well, what I can tell you, Frank, is, and I hope someone's watching this or listening to this, I would be the world's worst juror, okay? Because pregame speech, not pregame speech, music, not music. As you're bringing up these points, and you know what, I'm going to give you the victory for this segment, just because I feel like you've kind of swayed me a little bit. When you talk about music and movies, that was a good point, because again, I don't think the running montage in Rocky would be the same without the music.
Correct.
I don't think a lot of the movies that you watch, I don't think a lot of the things that happen. I don't think the speech before Independence Day, when the president talks about that, like those certain speeches that you see all the time, even when I'm sitting in my house watching these movies, they get me motivated. Like I feel like, wow, all right, let's do this. I'm getting ready to go jump on a plane and fight aliens. That's what I want to do.
Yes, I agree.
So I feel like, yes, I feel like they're important. And again, you've swayed me. Music is important. I have to agree. thinking back on it the way you thought about it, it does. A lot of the movies, they're not real. The moments in those movies aren't those moments. Like, try to watch a movie in silence and watching Rocky train, or watching, trying to watch Miracle without the coach giving that pregame. It's not the same.
Try to watch Miracle leading up to it when they're playing football in the snow without Dream On and all that play, and that gives me goosebumps talking about it. Try to watch Any Given Sunday where Al Pacino just silence when he's giving his inch by inch speech instead of the stuff playing. I'll tell you what, and I'll even say this, it's not even a sports movie, but when Anakin Skywalker, I used to show this to my basketball folks, and this is crazy to say, but Anakin Skywalker marching to the Darth Vader death theme, whatever it is, and he walks up the thing with all the stormtroopers behind him and turns his little hood up and looks up and his eyes are yellow. It's just something about that. It says me against the world. Y'all want to fight? I'll fight y'all all by myself. Here we go. Put on my hood. Eyes turn yellow. But like the iconic theme of Star Wars, because you don't go to a ball game in an arena in a stadium where the Imperial March from Star Wars is not played. It's played at every place you go to. I mean, and I use music as an example because I'm a rare person where I've been to a lot of college football stadiums. I've been to most of the stadiums in the SEC, and all of them have an iconic song or a chant that goes to music. There it is, Rocky Top at Tennessee at Neyland Stadium, Dixieland Delight in Tuscaloosa in Alabama. I mean, Hotty Toddy, Ole Miss. I mean, you can keep right on going and start listening to the things that happen that are traditional for all of the sports. Space Odyssey 2001 at University of South Carolina. They all have a theme to them, but you take away those things from some of the sporting events and some of the key points, it loses its luster a little bit. I mean, I have to say it does.
Agreed. Again, you've turned me. I'm a pregame music kind of guy now. I may go out and buy myself 2 of those earbuds that are wireless just to see if I enjoy them. They don't stick in my ears. That's the problem. I have bad ears. They don't stick in my ears. I'd rather wear the headphones you wear, but you kind of feel funny running in those things. So
I got the ones that hook over my ear because I have giant Spock ears.
Yes,
for folks that don't know, I have ears like Spock. I mean, I come in peace, but that
would be this.
I can't do that. I've broken my fingers too many times.
All right, folks, we're going to end this show with Frazier unable to do the Spock.
I'm trying, people. I'm trying.
So bad. Hopefully next show I won't have to wear these glasses because you do not want to see what's under this eye right now. I promise you, under these glasses right now.
Show him Rocky. Show him Rocky one time. Give him a vision.
I'm not showing. Anyway, next time it'll be better. Till next time,
you gotta
play
be
your
kidding.
music and move on.